biti na nga jagal sa doxin demin ñëwin colin toogin leppin just stop fitna rin bi jama bu ka understand ko ñin dino is not for joke even if you are from Jokadu ngatu al nga na sunku dun dinga do tek ke pek fo e ñaaru yelen mek. This life is a short one or two or more, but one short one. It can only be useful when you regulate and relate put chocolate. Fill your heart with sincerity and cover your body. We prefer covered food to uncovered one, otherwise you are not wise, and you can only be wise when the street boys are done making you wise. Inyaru yele, my sister. Alama alaka tunya, but fitino jamabe keli is undoubtedly caused by you. Sometimes I feel terrified when I see them coming. As if more like electrified, I become horrified, fried like chicken fried, the countryside wide, what it becomes a tight corner for me, dissatisfied. Mbari Muso, let me give you a guide. Abide by it, yeah, apply like your daily diet. If I simplify, if I rectify, purify, fortify, dignify, you will be classified and reclassified as the best out of the rest, the most qualified. And you will be beautified by the man who deserves you, amplified by the angels, certified by the Most High. Muslim, your name is unique. Fanta, Aisha, Dija, Amina, Ito, Kanta, Kanefa, Nambarani, Sonta, Planta, Waista, Dinata, Dajikata, Nimisala, Adibe Bunya, Ala Birin Dunya, Folakira, Muku itata Halakila, Insha Allah. Alama Alain Nisa Jannala. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Alan. Barakallah feek. Inshallah. We would like to invite our brother, the former president of the Assembly of Gambia Muslim Youths, to deliver a few remarks, inshallah. Brother Dudu, bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. It's definitely indeed an honor to stand before you, just to share a few, I would call it advice or words of wisdom. I am very much elated today, seeing very young people seated in our midst. Definitely, we'll say Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah for all this success. Being one of the pioneers of Agami, this is what we've been yearning for a very long time. And we forever had that belief that a day like this would come. It was very tough. When we started, I would say most of the people who formed Agami were former executives of Fegamsu. I was never a member of Fegamsu, but Ansar Helpers Agency. And what gave us the inspiration, we were invited by then the vice president, and most of them, when we went to State House, they were working at Standard Chartered Bank, Central Bank. I was an IT lecturer at Holdron. Like most of us gathered, we were not students, and we went to represent Fegamsu. So the vice president by then, Her Excellency, I said, but you people are not students. So to cut it short, that's what brought about a felt need to create a youth organization that would definitely not be the same with Fegamsu. But that in our midst, we knew it was going to be temporal, it was going to be short-lived. And I could remember the days, I would quote, when Omar Bojang was the president of Fegamsu. We were at Agami, like acting like the bigger brothers. A lot we wanted to do. They would challenge. And we've been telling Omar, one day you people will be in our shoes and you will take charge. And he has that honor and privilege, serving both organizations as president. When he came on board to Agami, also being the president, he will point at Fegamsu, they will also challenge. But he doesn't push hard because he started it. So today, alhamdulillah, with the birth of Fegami, it gives us an enormous pleasure that this is born. We're still part of it. And we're not going to stand here and make promises, but inshallah, it will reach heights that most of us see that here are not yearning for, or you think it's not possible. It's very, very possible what we're going to achieve collectively together. Because we started it and we're not going to give our backs. You'll serve Islam until the day you die. You never graduate. And it's not about age. It's about the little you can contribute to make a difference. And this is the zeal that has been keeping us going up to this day. So definitely we're with you. We'll continue to play our quota, and we have the firm conviction that your achievements, your aims and objectives, inshallah, Allah will make it very, very fruitful. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. And we say a big shout out to our sisters in Islam. They've always been pushing us from behind, giving us the support we need. They've been very vibrant. If this has become a success today, I believe the sisters played a very, very big role in achieving this. May Allah help us all together. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Brother Dudu, former president of the Assembly of Gambia Muslim Youths. I would also like to invite our brother Omar Ebojang, former president of FEGAMSU, and Agami, inshallah, to also share some few remarks or advice. Sheikh Omar Khalid.
So right now, as the launching of FEGAMI approaches to the end, so the activity going on now is to engage the former executive of these organizations to share their views about today. And this is the broadcast from iAfrica in collaboration with Alpha Radio in Kanifing here.
وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاهم بإحسان الدين. Mr. Chairman, my brother Abbas Dramé from Senegal, Movement Zust, and his delegation, the executive of FEGAMI, the members, dignitaries, the media fraternity, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Actually, today is not my show. I should not have been standing in front of this blessed gathering to give any statement. But it has just a prompt honor that I am dare not to reject, otherwise I wouldn't be here today. As I have been hiding from media for years ago for reasons best known to me. Well, actually, I'm very happy today to just add on what Brother Dudu said about what is happening today. Of course, we knew, inshallah, a day like today would emerge, but with a lot of problems, a lot of stumbling blocks. I am very honored and privileged to serve both FEGAMSU and Agami as presidents, and also contribute my little into the amalgamation process. Well, actually, it was a long journey and a very difficult journey, and but alhamdulillah, strategies that were laid down started paying dividend. Organizations are formed and adjusted based on the realities of the day. When we came to FEGAMSU, we had a lot of issues. We found a reality on that very day, many, many years ago, and we worked very hard to revive FEGAMSU to a level to make it survive up to today, where today FEGAMSU is older than most of its members. Actually, it was a struggle that we tried to consolidate the gains that were made almost 3 decades ago, that of Mr. Juve, Malan Jaju, Jobate Fofana, Mustafa Bari, who played a very vital role to establish FEGAMSU. Then when we came, we add value and revitalize FEGAMSU, and we went to a moment where we believe FEGAMSU is not getting the needed help from the people. And alhamdulillah, Brother Dudu from Ansar and Jobati and others from FEGAMSU by then came together and formed Agami. Now, when Agami was formed as an organization, it had found FEGAMSU be an organization registered at Aegis Chambers with its autonomy. By then it happens I was the president. It was very difficult for FEGAMSU members, Usman Gagu and the others, my young boys and girls, I call them. It was very difficult for them to accept to become a youth wing or a student wing under an other organization. Because by then we thought we are bigger in size, we are bigger in number, and we have been already established by law. So how could we work under another organization? So I was there, it was very difficult for me. I was the referee between the two organizations, very stubborn by then, but then it was not easy to convince my people to accept it. But it took time with a lot of restrictions and a lot of warnings. Then FEGAMSU accepted to become an organization or a student wing order, AGAMI, with some modalities. But apparently, constitutionally or by law, they were all operating as autonomous organizations. But internally, then we started changing, making some amendments. We also have some political impasse to make sure to change everything. It was an impasse, internal impasse, which created a lot of problems. But the beauty of it is, some were about to fight, to exchange blows. But one thing was fundamental, that all that fights and struggles were from clean hearts. That is why there was no disintegration. We fought, we quarreled, we debate, but at the end of the day, hearts were clean, and we came to realize the fact, and it was accepted for FEGAMSU to be part of AGAMI. Now, before the coming of AGAMI, FEGAMSU, we had a relationship, like Mr. Drame said, with Mezir many, many years ago. So we incorporated AGAMI, and also we have the same relationship with our brothers. But as time evolves, we are growing, going to tertiary institutions, reading more and seeing what is happening in the other parts of the world. We've realized that we have to do something, otherwise these two organizations will die. Because the essence was okay, initially they were going parallel, very fine, but when we started having very young ones who could not understand the principles and the values, they started competing each other, FEGAMSU, AGAMI, FEGAMSU, AGAMI. When the noise was too much, now we started thinking, we said, this is not healthy. If we leave this organization in this competitive manner, FEGAMSU, AGAMI, it will spoil. Now it is high time to amalgamate the two, because the work is the same, the objective is the same, the members are almost the same. And one of the reasons that inspired us to amalgamate the two is from our brothers from Mezir, when they amalgamated and have ZUST. So that added the inspiration that we should also come with one body to ensure that we represent the Muslim youth. Now we've started discussing that, and we said this has to be done, but it has to be a gradual process. 2019, finally, a resolution was forwarded in a Congress to amalgamate. But you would be surprised that even some AGAMI members who were so married to the name FEGAMSU refused. The very day this amalgamation, the resolution was adopted, it was just like a funeral on that day, on that night. Salima and the others, I will say names. Salima and the team, Khalifa and the team, the Khalifa and the team. Most of them were adamant. But thank God, it was tough. It was a whole night debate, and finally we accepted to bring an organization. And we thought of a name, because this was very critical, because the competition was always there. FEGAMSU, AGAMI. FEGAMSU, AGAMI. FEGAMSU had the number, but their pockets were empty. AGAMI did not have the number, but the expertise was there and the pocket was the number, yes. But you don't have these powers, you don't have